My name is Penn Hearth. You seem to have tussled with something on your way in.
Yes, you seem to know how to deal with it. Have you dealt with it before?
Well, it's not called the Wildlands for nothing, shall we say. Flame seems to keep the wild things out of our claimed jurisdiction. Julie, perhaps think about that when you're next running through the woods at night.
Thank you.
Noted.
Where are you, the eight of you head? And they look at you and it's like,
that look on his face as well.
you just get this sash which is taken off his shoulder as they just do something with that. Where are you headed?
Well, at the moment, Florin. We seek rest.
Well, that can be provided. Are you familiar with town, or are you running from the wildlands on the regular?
No, our charges are familiar with Florin.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, they pass through kind of like you.
Is this where we end the journey, the wilding with the... So are we ready to collect pay?
Probably in the morning.
Cool,
You were planning to appear sort of midday tomorrow.
Yeah, we're about to come into some money, so
yeah.
We'd be confident we could rent a room and stuff like that.
Yeah. You do know that there is an inn and like all of those sorts of D&D-esque shit.
Well, like, do I know when this person said they were one of the Baron's men? Do we know who the Baron is?
Yes. Make a history check.
13.
With a 13, I would say that you clocked on the way out of for the wilding, that there was a Baron's Keep, which is removed a little bit from town. So you were sort of up that, sort of a little bit out of town, probably nearer to the Baron's Keep than you are to town right now. And you look over in that direction, I think, as well, and you see a few more just little torches in the darkness of night. So I would say you know that there is a Empire presence in town. Mm-hmm. The barony doesn't seem to fit into that in the same sort of regimented structure that you expect of, the military, the administration, the ecclesiarchy, like all of this kind of stuff. Sort of the three sort of prongs of the Solas Dominion.
Yeah.
So there's a barony with armed people who know how to deal with this and would come out in plate and like with magical abilities and riding not inexpensive creatures to both buy and keep. So there's a peculiarity there, I will say.
Okay.
With a 13.
Sure.
Well, if you are going into town then, perhaps we can escort you down the rest of the way, just in case.
Please.
Very well, follow me. And replace the helm and sort of just pull their long hair sort of back and just push it back and like the helm goes down just completely out and they're like, come. They begin to lead off down and a couple at the back sort of take up the rear as you venture down into Florin.
I'm going to say to it's Penn
Hearth, yes. So you make your way up. Point.
Yeah. I can't sing along. Penn Hearth.
Yes.
I have a delicate question. Good Penn Hearth. I see you are skilled with the magic of casting fire. I am seeking someone with your similar skill set. I see your allies also serving the Baron had the same skills. I'm wondering if one of your, let's say, brethren or fellows has recently gone into, dare I say it, mercenary work, or as we call it in the trade, going on tour.
DM is confused what you're asking.
So when
I appreciate the hustle to get that in there, but
the wizard that shot fireballs at the bothy, I'm trying to see if there's any sort of connection. So we've come here and suddenly there's a bunch of people that can... I'm thinking, come on now, there's not many people that are running around casting fireballs. So surely, has someone recently been sacked or spited? Mm-hmm. Is there someone who's notoriously doing work on the side? Or is there one of So I'm doing it under the guise of I'm looking for someone to hire. Can you link me with someone?
Okay.
But
how delicate are you trying to make, like, your query of? So help me out here. Are you trying to ask whether someone can help you from the Baron's keep and their people, or are you trying to ask whether someone has recently gone rogue?
Can I do a perception check to see if Penn Hearth is kind of like that bright, sparky kind of civil servant who believes in the greater good, or if there's an element of like a ruggedness of like pragmatism? I think I just look at their pretty face and think about what a good actor they'd be.
It is striking.
Yeah, no, I rolled bad. I rolled 5, 6, 7. Oh, I rolled an 8.
Okay. You get slightly lost in pretty eyes, and they sort of are just like, you may if you wish now.
And that's an advantage, right? So I re-roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
want to know.
I see, I look at them and I go, and I get back on task. Oh, it's slightly better, but they are very pretty. That's a 15.
Okay, not too shabby. You pick it up first from the way that they hold themselves, and the way that they are diligently walking you into town. And as you get to this sort of pass, and you pass another track that heads off to one way, and it passes a little bridge where you see it goes over the top of the river before it hits the waterfall, which comes down into town. And it's there that you see windows with flame and candlelight, even at this hour. And you see that appears to be where the Baron's Keep is. But they are not saying like, cool, on your way. Yeah, you can see town from here. No worries at all. But they are walking you into town. There's a sense of honour and duty. And as you're sort of checking that, you do see a ranking sigil of captaincy.
Okay, I'm gonna err on the side of honesty here. I'm just gonna ask. So to the initial interaction I had with them, it is an open question of we came under fire, literally, from someone with a similar skill set to you. I was wondering if anyone has gone rogue recently, perhaps lost their way and fallen to mercenary work.
Roll a persuasion check.
Elwyn is really tense at this point because this guy's essentially just told these guards that we've been attacked by someone who is like them.
What was it? What was the modifier?
Persuasion.
Oh, good. 18.
Well, for myself, and they sort of roll a hand, and just like a little firebolt just sort of begins to flicker before it can't be held, but it just fizzles out, and they let it go. And they're like, "This is a skill set that I've acquired myself. I have a gift for. My compatriots, however, have gloves to assist. So it is not as commonplace, but as I think you saw, it's quite effective at keeping certain wild things where they should be. Why do you ask?
Because my friends almost lost their lives. And I don't take kindly to good souls being exited early from a world that is too full of bad ones.
Penn sort of clocks you as like, on that we are agreed. There are various mercenaries. Have been known to go through town, for sure. The Baron keeps a, sort of looks around and sort of pulls their goat to a side and says, the Baron keeps a stricter eye on their retinue, if you get my drift. But if you have come across any exhibiting gifts from Sol, the Baron might be keen to know where and who is causing chaos out in the realm as they deal with the rest of the Dominion's presence here.
May I speak plainly, Penn?
You may.
Is this Baron's intent to keep this town safe? Or is it perhaps something else? Is he an honest man?
Tyler's a good man. He's trying to do what's right.
Good. Well.
We should get you to an inn, should we not?
Yes, and maybe you buy me a drink and then talk careers.
And they're just like...
I run away.
Within a few minutes, you descend onto town of Florin. You enter from the western side, past what you know to be Sol's Hand, what you would probably know more than anyone, but that would be a sort of temple to Sol. But also right past the Dominion Administration, which you also know to be the administrative hub of whatever part of the Empire's reach is out in this very, very distant part of the vassal state of Orvos. Passing through that, you go past a small but now very quiet market, along with a general store and a Florin garrison, which has guards who looking at it. And as you get into town, you pass some guards, and Penn and their riders sort of stop a good 20 feet away from town and said, "You'll be fine there. If you need us, we will be at the keep. Glad that you made it back in one piece, all of you."
Thank you very much for your help.
Not at all.
The least we could do is buy you a drink.
Persuasion check.
As I flutter my 2 sets of eyelids.
Ching, 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 ching.
Is persuasion?
Yeah.
19. I'm playing it cool.
You're playing it cool.
Yeah.
They sort of turn and sort of...
My knees wobble.
Tomorrow night, I imagine we'll venture into town, if you're still around.
Yes.
I believe you
Yes.
have a tale to tell. And stories of adventure are rarer out here in the far reaches of civilization.
Yes, well, I killed a direwolf with this hand.
This is a tale I shall have to hear.
All right, Sisyphus, save your stories for later. I'm tired.
Okay.
Great. So you venture through and down to the right, passing final building on the left before you reach the Lighthouse Inn, which is the inn in town. But you pass the Emerald Reach on the left, now very much shut up, but that is the Hunters Guild, where you know Ash to be. Ash being the Panther Tabaxi person who enlisted you and offered the reward for your services here. But the 8 of you trudge up to the inn in town and bang on the door. And are let in by a part orc person, a woman who comes to the door. You would know as Tuami. Rooms for the night?
Please.
Very well. You have gold to spend?
Yes.
Oh, very well. Come in then. Come in. And you are all taken inside. Rooms will be, nice room here. Probably a couple of silver. Not the world's, hugest things, but this is the last bastion of civilization. So, But you enter a tavern, the Lighthouse, with just a couple of candles on. It's dark. The chairs are turned over onto tables and that kind of stuff. So, what do you all do?
Well, first I turn to everybody else and does anyone have gold?
Well, yeah, I could pay for myself.
All right. Just checking.
Do you have gold?
Some. Not to paying for everyone.
That's all right, we weren't asking you to. I think we can talk about this in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You pay your gold, 2 silver each. What are you doing with the 4 delinquents?
This is our last night with them, isn't it? Possibly.
So, in theory, it would be tomorrow night, because you were expected to come back midday. That would get everyone back in time. You would have one night with them then before their escorts would take them back into more the mid rim of the Empire of the Solus Dominion. So, you were kind of expected for one more day, because you rushed it. You got here real quick.
I think we should perhaps spend a little time with the... They've been through a lot.
Make sure they're not scarred, both figuratively and mentally.
Yes. Perhaps we shared a bunk for the sake of their confidence.
So you bunk up in pairs? Is that the plan? Okay. You venture off to your rooms and rest. You may immediately pass out if you wish, but I suspect you're all exhausted. But you prepare yourselves with what you have left, and you may have a long rest if you wish.
And I think before Elwyn goes to sleep, she just turns to Flint and goes, Flint, you did good. You're good, you know?
Yeah.
You're a good person.
Okay. And they sort of just roll over and face the wall.
Okay.
Sarah opens her mouth to speak to Enya and then goes, well, good night.
Good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm going to sit by Connolly on his bunk and say to him, you know, Connolly, this doesn't have to be the story. This can just be the prologue. Let what comes next be great. And if you tell anyone about my hand going up that wolf's arse, I will find you and ruin you. Sleep tight. And then just hop onto the top bunk.
Yeah. Doing, doing.
Yeah.
Just bounce off the wall. Because they're like, it's small. They're like, side by side, you have got a bunk bed, so it's like, bounce off the wall, bink. You may all press the wonderful long rest button. Visera, just as night goes on, as you are so bone tired, but you are in an unfamiliar bed. For you, terribly uncomfortable, but it's a bed. As you are sort of drifting off again, you just hear a few snivels. Just if you're in a twin, just the other side, and you sort of turn, and just the shoulder and the sort of slightly glowing hair and just shoulders move just a little bit, the hand by face. Morning comes, and you sleep through it because you all sleep, apart from you, as you enter your meditation. Mm-hmm. What does Elwyn meditate on after that?
All Elwyn can think about is who the people were who attacked them and why did Visera know them. And that is what she's thinking about. The last thing that Visera yelled at the person that Elwyn attacked, which was traitor, I think. Mm-hmm. And Elwyn can't work out, is Visera there to catch them out? What is this? And that's she's kind of gearing herself up to work out how she's going to approach it the next morning.
Mm-hmm. You awake in the morning. You only need 4 hours. The rest of you need to sleep.
And we can just hear Al in every single room. Like, Al is snoring to wake the entire tavern.
The beds are moving across the room.
As you get up in the morning, you see outside the room and down the other end of the corridor is Tanwen with the blanket and the pillow over their head. They have left the room. They have not stayed in it, and have slept on the floor in the hallway rather than be in the room with that.
Hey, Tanwen. It's okay. Take my bunk. Go. Take my bunk. Go.
Okay.
Take my bunk. Pillow over your head.
And they are just like out of it and like, oh boy. And they sort of head over and you just shut the door on them as they're like out of it completely. But what would you like to do quickly over the next 4 hour period so that I can get this lot up and joining you?
I think Elwyn just sits guard, like goes and sits downstairs in the tavern and like maybe has a drink, something to eat, and just waits for them all to wake up. Just keeps an eye, makes sure none of them are trying to escape, just in case. She doesn't quite trust Flint. not to try and leave or run away. And so she's just keeping an eye out and just watching. She's sitting like Aragorn at the back of the tavern with her hood up. Just watching.
Strider in the corner.
Just Strider in the corner.
I mean, is that a reference?
watching.
I think
Well,
that's
it
a
is a
reference,
reference.
right? You sit in the corner in daytime, so it's not quite the same effect.
No, it's not quite as sinister.
For a couple of copper, you could get like a simple breakfast.
Great.
So mark that off. So you sort of sit watch.
Jenny's still in the room when I wake up. She's not up before me.
Enya is up before you.
She's up before me and she's gone. Well, if Enya's not in the room anymore, she just puts on all of her stuff and goes downstairs.
Roger that. On your watch, sorry, perception check, please.
That's
D20.
Yeah, 9 plus 3, 12.
Okay. You come downstairs and you see Erwin in the corner building an Aragon.
Good morning. Sleep well.
Yeah. Fine. You?
Yes. Have you eaten already?
Yeah, well, might as well get going.
Was it any good?
It's fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah. It's quite nice, actually. Do you want some gruel? It's good.
I'll get my own. Thank you so
No,
much.
it's good. Honestly, I can call someone over. Could you?
Yeah, so Tuami, the whole tavern keep sort of comes over. Hello, breakfast for you.
Vies, yes.
The good one or the bad one?
Oh, the good one, please.
Very good. Silver piece, please.
Yes.
Thank you. And turns and like scurries back, and
Right,
you hear
money
bang, bang, bang,
bags.
bang, bang.
Money bags over here.
1 silver.
Who is that guy?
Who?
You know who. The guy you explicitly told me not to kill when he was going all guns for us. Those people who went for us.
I don't
You knew
know.
them.
I don't know who they all were. I only knew him.
Did you lead them to us?
No, of course not.
Are you sure?
He appeared out of nowhere. I haven't seen him in years. His name is Artemis. He was a childhood friend.
Lovely friends you keep.
Quite.
So what did he want?
I don't know.
What, he didn't tell you, he just turned up and attacked you? What happened?
No, he turned up and actually he warned me. But I didn't want to lead him inside, and I didn't know. I haven't seen him in years. I didn't know what to do. And now clearly he's joined some band of thieves, robbers, magicians, I don't know. But he clearly wasn't trying to kill me, and so I don't think he's turned evil. He's clearly
He's
just...
trying to kill me.
Well, you attacked him.
Oh, I'm sorry for keeping the entirety of this group alive, single-handed.
No, yes, thank you very much. I didn't want either of you to die. I'm not sure what's happened. I think he's just fallen in with the wrong sort.
That's all right. I didn't kill him. Gave him a good one with the back of my axe.
You did. Quite a fighter.
Thanks.
So, what are we doing today?
Well, you can start with breakfast. And he comes over. It's not a good one, but it is. But it has vegetables on it and it has meat on it.
Did somebody say breakfast?
Thank you. Yep, immediately. Down you come.
Up onto the stool.
Great.
Sarah looks at it, gives it a sniff. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's straight off the farm stew. Market.
She takes like 2 bites and then goes,
Good.
wonderful,
Deception check,
delicious."
please.
Oh, 6.
Can I try and cover? Can I try and cover for her? Can I like lean in and just go?
Yeah. I was enjoying that.
Oh, so sorry. I'm such a bore.
So could she roll with advantage?
I mean, like, that's more of a performance, if anything. So you go to town.
Yes. I'll be 21.
Oh, it's that good. I mean, yes, of course it would be.
I'm positively feral.
Would you like the good one?
I would love the finest one.
It's the good one. 1 silver, please.
1 silver? That's all?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You could be charging so much more for this.
Don't say
no,
that.
don't.
But it shows a good spirit and kindness and charity and benevolence on your part that you don't.
1 silver, please.
One
This person is like getting red, like flushing a little bit.
1 silver, 1 whole silver.
Indeed.
Well, go on. Give it to her.
Visera gives over 1 more silver.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Clear evidence that she loved it as well.
Runs off. Bang, 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 bang. And you hear more crashing about.
Well, thank you.
That's all right. Someone needs to keep your reputation intact. Way. It's only a jib, don't worry. A jib.
Al, what are you doing?
So I'm slowly waking up because long night's sleep, and I guess I hear them cooking and stuff downstairs, and wondering where my charger's gone because they are no longer in the room.
Yes.
So I'm going to see if I can find them.
Okay, so Al, you walk down the stairs and join the party.
Is Connolly still in your room?
Tell you what, I didn't check. I just smelled the meat and floated down like a cherub.
I think maybe we let them sleep for a minute.
Well,
And then we talk about what we're going to do next. I think it's better that they don't hear us anyway.
Enya was not in the room when I woke up, so I don't know where she's gotten to, but, yes, I suppose.
Well, to get our goal, we better make sure they're okay, so they don't report back that we've been giving them a bad wilding.
Well, if anything, we've given them a great one.
Possibly.
We showed them the worst possible things that could happen out in the wilds. We really did our job
survived.
very well.
But did their hope survive?
That was
But-
not part of the job.
Oh.
The people who came to the bothy, they wanted the young people as well.
Who were they? Those queer folk.
I don't know.
Well, you do.
I knew one of them. I don't know the rest.
How do we know whether you're telling the truth or not?
You don't. You just have to believe me.
And why would we do that?
Well, I guess I didn't ask you not to kill any of the others.
Can I do a check on that? Can I smell for sniffable shit? Can I look for bad acting?
Look, roll insight.
I have nothing to hide.
22.
Yeah, if you're happy for that, you may roll a charisma check and do a deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't need to tell me, but
I mean,
It's the
yeah,
truth,
if
though,
you
isn't it?
It's the truth.
then you see a very forthright person hiding not a lot.
I'm not trying to suggest that Visera should take to the stage, because I don't think you could act. By that I mean I can see right through you. She's honest.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Those people are still looking for us. And they're dangerous, whoever they are. It's just where are they now? Because this is the nearest settlement to where we were.
And
They
if
could
they're
be
looking
anywhere.
for the wards.
Exactly.
They'll know that we are returning them
We
here.
need to find any.
I've had people come for my manuscripts before, but this is a whole new level.
This is not about your manuscript.
What?
I hate to break it to you. I don't think this one is about you.
Okay, I think we need to get them up.
Yes, well, I'll find Enya. She's not in the room.
So I'm going to go upstairs to my room and check on Tanwyn and Flint.
Tanwyn is fast asleep. They have a way of sleeping through a lot.
Yeah,
Flint is turned against the wall,
sure.
just still.
Elwyn sits on the end of the bed. Flint? Come on, you've got to talk to me sooner or later. I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people in my life, trust me. And I've seen everything. And you're golden.
He sort of rolls over and like big blue man sort of
Big
rolls
sad
over
blue
and just
man.
like and just sort of shoulders slump and looks at Tanwen and just sort of like,
Okay. Want to go downstairs?
yeah, let's leave him.
Alright, come on.
And as they go, you sort of see them just like pull the blanket up a little bit and just make sure Tanwen's covered. And
Okay.
venture and then shuts the door very quietly behind you.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow you down.
Cool.
Yeah, where do you go?
Just to another part maybe outside. Is there like a little seat? Is there like a bench outside or something that we can sit on?
Sure, yeah. So stepping out from where you are, you can just hear this is a sort of farming village, really. It's a bit bigger than a village, more of like town. Slightly more protected, slightly more there's like a little wooden fence around most bits of it. There is, as you step out into what I guess would be the high street, but it's not. It's slightly paved, but not. This ain't a city. But you see armored guards leaning against. You can see the garrison from where you are, and you see plenty of Empire folk in sort of military attire, but not like this is the best military ever. It's just like, this is the fringes, man. And over to your left, you can just hear the chopping of wood, and you just see smoke beginning to come out of a small smithy, which is over not too far from where you are. So you can either walk a little bit around or head down to the market. So there's a few places. What would you look for?
I think I just want to get him out into a different environment and just get him sort of outside. Hey, do you want to go for a walk?
Sure.
Yeah? All right.
Okay, and you do a little circle around town.
Yeah, and Elwyn's not, like, completely comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bit tense.
Okay.
But she's just, like... She's fitting in, trying to fit in, is fitting in, I think, but just got an eye over her shoulder every now and then.
Roger that. I'm with you. Okay.
So she's kind of constantly just
checking
out what's going on around them.
Absolutely. Fair enough. Your loop does take you past the garrison first.
Okay.
And as you go past the garrison, I think there's just like an extra... That's probably why this spike for you maybe begins. But you can see there's a small training area with like practice dummies and various people, practicing some pretty bad swordsmanship, but like town guards in the middle of nowhere. It's a paycheck.
Yeah.
Regular paycheck, but not your finest.
Yeah.
Empire citizenry is out here. But you begin to walk, and Flint, just in sort of silence, sort of breathe a little bit as he walks.
Yeah, breathe it out. Honestly, how are you feeling?
Terrible.
Yeah, I thought as much. You don't have to beat yourself up all the time,
I broke my oath. How can I return to my father now?
Do you want to tell me more?
I swore against violence. I have ancestry which is celebrated in parts of the Empire for its abilities, and you see them looking around as they say something which is almost like speaking against the Empire.
Okay.
Our people have been used for centuries. We have, for centuries, been fighters, shock troopers, slayers of beasts across the entire western part of Adrastia. We swore ourselves against it, that we would put this into making things that at least could defend rather than just attack.
That's what you did, you know that, right? You defended. We're here because of what you did. You didn't go and blindly attack Flint. You were fighting to protect this group of people that you have only just known for days, minutes, and the bravery that took, that wasn't breaking your oath. You kept your oath.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
It's an 8.
You make some solid arguments, but this is not a person who is in rational mode,
No.
necessarily. And you just see that 1,000-yard stare as your words are probably washing over.
Okay. Flynn, I need you to know I'm not good with my words. Okay, that's not what I do. I am a 6-foot-something massive elf. I've never quite fitted in. Alright? People employ me to go and hit stuff good, and that's what I do. Alright? I carry bugbears and orcs over my shoulder and run through forests and chuck them at tree people and get people out of the way. And that's what I do. I'm not here to talk because I'm not very good at it. But, and you're probably not going to listen to me right now, but you are a good person and I think you need to give yourself more credit. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to push it any further. You can keep the axe. Use it for chopping wood. Okay? Nice fire. Let's just walk.
Yeah, he sort of just nods, and the two of you make your rounds around. What are the rest of you doing?
Sarah's scouting the inn first to see if she can see Enya.
Okay. Enya is not in the inn. She's not there.
Okay, then she goes outside to continue looking for Enya.
You hear the sounds of battle. Like, it's not battle, like just sort of like the same thing I described of like the garrison with people practicing, and the sort of chopping of wood over to the other side of the inn is probably what's nearest to you. Where do you want to?
In fact, can I, before I start venturing off into town, I go back in and I'm like, Sisyphus, I can't find Enya. Can you come with me and try and hunt for her?
I accept this quest.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for the stew.
You're so welcome. Thank you for eating it for me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So we both go outside. Which way do you think we should go? I think she was upset last night. I should have comforted her. I just didn't know what to say. So I don't think she'll have gone in the direction of many people. I think perhaps she wants to be alone.
She's either isolating herself or gone to some sort of authority.
I'd say isolation. So if I look around, is there a route where there's less, like not directly into the centre of town? It's more...
The two of you looking out now, so more getting towards the centre of town would be towards the Emerald Reach and the market, and that's over towards where the garrison is. There's lots more people. To the left is where there is a standalone blacksmithy, and that's where the sound of chopping wood is coming from.
Should we go and scout out around there?
Let's have an ask around.
Right. Okay, we walk up to the blacksmiths.
Yeah, so you go around the side, and it's an open air blacksmith's, and very easily you see Enya with an axe in hand, chopping wood, and just a lot of chopped logs as she has been working her way through the blacksmith's lumber pile and just chopping it up and chopping it up and chopping it up. It's not quite the Captain America moment of but yes, she has been here some time.
Enya, there you are.
Good morning.
Good wood chopping. Quite a pile you've made.
Well, thought I'd make myself useful. And just down with another one.
Are you excited to be ending your wilding today?
Well, I don't want it to continue, if that's what the wild is like, I suppose.
Yes, quite.
It's good that you're exercising your feelings, but may I offer that words are a much more efficient way of transporting what you're going through.
Whack. What do you want me to say?
Whatever you're feeling.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed that this is what happened to us. I'm pissed that Flint broke his oath. It's my fault. Because I couldn't look after myself.
None of us can look after ourselves alone.
Well, I should. I'm supposed to. And he shouldn't have to... Whatever.
I think if anything, you held your own better than most of us. And I apologise for freezing yesterday. I truly had no idea what else to do. I do hope, however, that you can report back that it was a relatively successful wilding.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, Sissy's going like this. No, do not give her a business card right now. Do not give her a business card.
Yeah, is that what this is? It's pure mercenary?
I don't know if I want to go down that route.
Well, we've committed.
Viscera, I think
This is
someone's
a
calling
very
your name.
Viscera move.
How far away are we from each other?
You're maybe like 10 feet, you know.
I'm gonna like
Viscera move.
hop on over.
Okay, so we'll resolve this
No,
first.
I'm sorry. She just can't.
It's
So
character.
I
She
think
can't do anything but business. She can't do feelings.
Okay, this is then a deception to try and disguise the mercenary way of like how much can you soften this statement of I know you're really upset. But if you could give me a 5-star rating, I'd really appreciate it.
That's cold. That is cold.
So hit me, please.
I hate her right now, but I love her. Okay. That's a 12.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we survived. A success.
Thank you. Yes, quite.
What's this first?
May I have some assistance?
What for?
Would you please teach me to chop wood? I've never learned, and to survive by myself, I think I should learn. Would you show me?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
Buddy.
Who's the bard? I'm the bard. Dirty
Yeah,
20.
Sisyphus is
Dirty.
absolutely coming into his own right now.
Yeah.
I really needed
It's
a Sisyphus to have that conversation
We
with
are
Flint.
around people for conversations.
I will spend the whole first hour and a half dead.
And
Now I can talk.
Yeah, so Enya's like, yeah. Come on then. Here, take this.
Thank you. You hold this, and I hand career over.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Behind the ears.
Huh?
Tickle behind the ears.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
And Enya because Enya is slightly warm as well to like for the touch. So as soon as Korea is in a warm environment, he's sort of like and just sort of settles into this. And Enya at first is sort of a bit like, oh, okay. So
Yeah, Axe is probably as tall as me, isn't it?
it is just totally 100%. So and for the sake of this, so she can walk you through this process of not over the head, just
No.
okay. So 1 foot slightly in front of the other.
Right, I
lift
think
that
I'm going
button.
to leave you guys to it. Enjoy
Okay.
chopping. I go back to the inn.
Okay. Just athletics.
10.
Okay, so it wasn't below a 5, which was
Oh, a very generous bar.
well, what I was thinking of.
My own foot. Yeah.
You walk away and hear the screaming. A very well supported yell into the distance.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah. And return back to the inn.
Yes. So who would still be there? Tanwin's still sleeping.
Tamlin's still sleeping.
Only.
Connolly.
And Connolly.
Mm-hmm.
Is Connolly in his room or in downstairs now?
So that Conley has come down, and I would say Tamwin, probably the two of them are now together in the inn.
Cool.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
go up and sit down at their table. Good morning. Sleep well?
Well, I've had better.
Congratulations on completing your wilding. You both did very well.
Thank you. I am glad it is behind us.
Quite. And we're all alive and have learnt a lot.
I'm glad that is the minimum bar for success.
You excited to be returned to your families today?
Tomorrow, perhaps.
Tomorrow?
Yes. Guards will be taking us back to Orvos, and then from there to the Empire proper.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed your experience.
Down the road. Oh, God.
I could see it just coming, and I was like, hold it, just hold it. No, I can't. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Carry on, go ahead.
Shoot character.
It was definitely the best wilding experience we could have given. In terms of training for what is out there.
Make a persuasion check.
3.
Tanwin just gives you this look like, this supply teacher sucks. Just like, it's just looking at you with like, they shouldn't have been teaching. What is this? Conley is sort of just more stone-faced, and it's just like, thank you. It has been educational.
Yes, quite. Certainly a lot to write about, which I know you enjoy.
Yeah, I must acquire a new notebook. I seem to have lost my journal.
Anyway, have you eaten?
So you begin the small talk and you
Yes,
just sit
yeah.
down. Great. We don't have to play awkward for
you don't
like
have to
another 5 or
continue.
10 minutes. Yeah,
No.
perfect. Al, you were off to go see Ash. You head over to the Hunters Guild in town, the Emerald Reach, where you know Ash to be. There's no one in there at the moment. You walk into, very much what you might expect for a Hunters Guild. Rustic, not polished of any kind, but just everything in here is just well worked. Someone who's seen a life before and has settled into a sort of slower role now in their, I don't want to say retirement, but kind of, like they've had a life before. So you walk in and you see this very tall black panther tabaxi with sort of subtle dark rosettes and turquoise coloured eyes. Their left eye is rendered blind, as they have a sort of a slash where they have it cut straight down their head, and they have sort of grey sort of silks over themselves, as opposed to sort of like hunter's leathers. It seems that they are more sort of settled here. You walk over to Ash and he says, "Ah, Aldrich, so you returned from the wilding."
Yes, by the skin of our teeth.
Indeed. This sounds a story to tell.
Well, one day I might tell you. But I didn't find it.
Find what?
What you said I would find.
He heads over behind you and just locks the door, pulls down a blind.
Okay.
So there's a lot darker in here. And you quickly just see them go, ching, 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 and pull out a little candelabra. And they put a few candles on it, and which they light and stuff. So you are, the outside world has been very much closed off from you. And he leans in close and says, "The rumor was somebody was working out in the wilds, among other places, working to transport things from further east.
Mm-hmm.
There's not exactly many travelers out in these parts. Did you stop at the bothy?
Yes, we stopped at the bothy.
And you checked there?
I didn't get a chance to check. The bothy turned into something else.
What?
The bothy wasn't just a bothy.
Well, what was it?
A creature of gigantic proportions that nearly killed all of us.
And you think that is my fault?
Well,
Did you honor the spirits?
no.
So, you, Ranger of the Wilds, took a group of 7 under your watch as leader under my contract, and you did not do the most simple of wild tasks of honoring the spirits of the wild.
I may have missed that part out, but it's not what I was doing, and it's not what I was looking for. You know that, and it wasn't there.
You come to me with issues of your own making, my friend. If you are looking for more information regarding certain artifacts, you're unlikely to find it in a backwater place like this.
But it's where I found things before.
Then maybe you need to venture to places where people might be, rather than living out in the wild with no one to help you. And if you're going to turn on some of your only friends because you had a run-in because of your own failings, you'll be left with none at all.
I understand. I'm sorry, Ash. Do we still get paid?
Do you have your charges?
All of them accounted for, with every limb in place.
You say that as if it was close.
Too close.
You remember who these people are, don't you? You did share that with your companions, did you not?
The less they knew, the better.
He reaches under and just like pulls out a bottle and, pours a heavy pour. One for him, one for you.
You're going to want some of that, thank you.
Look, these are some of the children of some of the most influential Empire nobility in the Mid-Rim and further forward. Are you telling me that
the less they knew, the better?
Apparently. Well, at least you returned them all alive. You would have been in serious trouble if harm had befallen them.
Well, let's just say I'm lucky.
Yes, Al, your charm never wanes. Okay, well, the escort is coming from Orvos of the Morrow, as per our previous arrangement. You are still under contract to protect them over this night. Come tomorrow morning, their chaperones will appear and return them to Orvos and beyond. Then you shall be paid in Imperial marks.
Thank you, Ash. Anything we should be worried about in this town?
Well, the barons and the Empire's soldiers at this far end of the Empire seem to be rubbing up against each other a little firmer than usual. Just don't get in the middle of it.
Oh, you know me. I stay well away from those kind of things.
So, you return to the inn, and I will say you're all pretty bone-tired. But if there is anything you would like to do in town, I will sort of move us along to, evening perhaps, or, I would say you've got maybe 4 hours or something until the evening really begins.
Yeah, so I need a new short sword and... Actually, I need a new short sword and some new leathers.
Okay. You head over to the garrison, where you see outside the front a very large rhinoceros man with, like the horn on sort of the front part of his head, like sort of on the nose, sort of down in that sort of section, and he's looking down, and opposite them is Penn Hearth, and they are having the harshest of staring competitions, heated under breath conversation that you can imagine.
Okay, I am turning around and I am walking away.
Okay, all right, you walk away from that. Good. Okay. Okay, so you're going to hold fire on acquiring gear for now?
Yep, I'm going to try somewhere else away from that. The general goods store, right?
Okay, you head over to General Goods Store.
I also want to go to the general goods store, so can I already be in the general...
You get in there, there's just like a bard in the corner being like...
So unoriginal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've heard this all over the
No
coast.
creative spirit.
Yo, this was out of fashion like 5 years ago. No. This is just... Like it's like going into any guitar shop and heading Wonderwall being played, and you're just like,
smoke on the water.
No.
Yeah.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head over there, and you see, you get to Florin General, and behind the counter you see a tiefling, which the only way to describe them is a bird's nest of a person.
Yes. Hello. Hi. You have invisible friends. Hello, invisible friends. My name is Eck, and I am the proprietor of this store. It is a pleasure to meet you. Ah, you look like you are in need of goods. I have a couple of quantities. Yes.
Anything in my size?
Could probably make it work. Would you like to try something on?
Yes, please.
Very well. And you try on leathers, and they're fine. Like you can go between sort of like good fitting ones and ones that will do the job.
Do the job. The ones that do the job, please.
Very well. That will be 7 gold pieces, please.
7 gold pieces. How about we come to some sort of arrangement?
Yes, 7 gold pieces, and I give you the attire.
When
You're meeting all these characters now, but yes, you get paid
when
tomorrow.
the owner of the general store said 7 gold pieces, Aelwyn just laughed.
loudly
she just looks at you and she's like,
Window shuts.
oh no, so it's a him. I'm so sorry, this is a him. He sort of looks at you and he's like,
If you're going for the more discerning customers' attire, perhaps we may be able to work out a trade. However, for the novices' leathers, 7 gold pieces.
Fine. But can I pay tomorrow?
If you come back tomorrow, I am happy to enact a trade.
Take this bracelet as a guarantee of payment. Of my return tomorrow. This was given to me by my sister, and if you lose it, you'll lose something that belongs to you that is far more precious.
Should work.
Good.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
okay.
I want to take Connolly to go see this Baron.
Okay.
Or would that be a better thing to do with the group?
I'm kind of interested in Baron.
I will say that for now, like, we will head on to... We're probably getting close to evening at this point anyway, so you could reconvene and then decide what to do come evening. Like, if you want to go and do this afterwards. But I think everyone is a bit deflated and a bit just, like... This is like the end of the Duke of Edinburgh.
Rained the whole time.
Rained
We
the
got
whole
lost.
Row, yeah.
There was
Everyone
a big
else was allowed
row.
ice creams, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
like
Wasn't.
6 hours late, so we didn't get ice creams because the ice cream van was
Absolutely.
shut.
But you get there, and I will say Enya goes to the bar and returns with 8 drinks for everyone, and sort of sits next to you. It's like, well, I think we all need this because we did make it through. So just drink, everyone, and just starts passing out drinks.
Thank you. Kind.
I'll drink to that.
So you can stick around for a couple of drinks if you like. Yeah.
Has Penn turned?
About 15 minutes later, the door opens. As members of the Empire military walk in, and they're off duty, and they sort of just wander in, and
I hope they're not all here to see me. I hope I didn't give the wrong impression.
they walk in and sort of go straight up to Tuami and like 6 Tuami, and she's just like, just sort of pulls it through, and everyone make a perception check for me, please.
Sen wasn't an Empire man, he was a Baron man.
They were, yes.
19.
Is Penn they them?
Yes. Penn is they them.
15.
15, dirty 20, 18, 19.
Pretty incredibly irrelevant.
Okay. You will just see that Tuomi just like doesn't pour a full glass.
Great.
And passes it over to them, and they're sort of just like, yeah, passing it over, and you see a couple of them drink, and then you see the last one sort of, the fuck, Tuomi? This isn't even close to a glass. Pour it up. And the whole bar sort of gets a bit tense. It's like, just takes it and just looks and just like pulls it. He goes, that's right. For those of us who protect this town, you can at least do is serve us a good drink. Doesn't pay. Goes to sit down. And to him, he's like, you need to pay. You need to. And they sit down. And you see some farmers in the corner of the pub as well, just beginning to be like. But nothing happens for the moment.
Elwyn's twitching.
Mm-hmm.
Elwyn desperately wants to get involved, and something is holding her back and preventing her from getting involved. And she's also holding a menu in front of her face.
Okay, yeah.
I am going to go to the bar and say, don't worry, I'll buy these gentlemen a drink. I don't know half of them as much as I'd like, and I like half of them as much as I should. And I'll pay for their drinks.
So you're going to pay for their drinks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Already got one. I'm doing it for the sport.
He's doing the sport. So help a DM out. He's doing a few multiple things at once here. Is that helping ease the situation, or is it inflaming it slightly?
If they're smart, they'll know that I've just cussed them out.
Yeah.
But if they're
okay.
not, an orator, I don't think they'd.
Well, there's a 1 and a 2 in there, so. Holy shit. Okay. 5 of them are like, that's what I'm talking about. This guy gets it. Why we're here protecting this town. Thank you. What's your name?
Jones. Oh, Sisyphus Jones.
Sisyphus is. It's not an empire name, is it?
No.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I am paying homage to the great servants of the Empire.
He's fucking with you. One of them rolled.
Sarah's also like this, hiding her face.
And it's at this point the farmers in the corner stand up and like, right lads, I think it's fucking time you leave. And suddenly just people are standing up in the bar as it is all getting pretty tense over you. As the door opens and Penn Hearth walks in, followed by a blue Triton man in a nice suit, sort of like Triton is a sort of aquaborn man. Walking in, he's like, gentlemen, if you please, perhaps we can settle this little scuffle without any need for wrecking Potuami's bar. Huh? Is this something we can accommodate? And they looked over as Penn is standing in front of this person and just looking at these people, and all of them are up on their feet now. It's like, and what would His Highness want to do down in our little town? Oh, nothing at all. Just settle your tab for a night. As thanks for doing such good work for this town. And how about for everyone? Huh? No need for any more complications between the locals and the Empire's finest, huh? And just gets a little coin purse out, drops it on the top, and you see a few platinum coins coming out. No need for any confrontation. Tonight's round is on the Baron. Have your fill. These drinks are on me. That was Ethan Reed as Sisyphus Jones, Lizzie Wofford as Aylwyn, Rebecca Hansen as Visera, Ross Green as Aldrich, and Jack Collard as everyone else. The series was recorded by Carlos Baptista de Lima and BlairTan. It was edited and designed by Jack Collard with additional music and sound from Michael Ghelfi Studios. The theme and credits music were composed by Odin Orn Hilmarsson. Fable of Shadow is a Phoenix Fables production, and it was supported by Kayla Delcoure as the company manager, Miranda Barril as the project lead, Cherry as the illustrator, and Vanna Reader, Maz, and Casey Powers as the transcription team. This show is dedicated to Penny. I can't thank you enough, but thank you, Penny. If you want to learn more about what Phoenix Fables is all about, come join our community, otherwise known as The Flock, on our Discord. We have community events, live streams on Twitch, and much more coming to get your beak into. And if you want to help the show, please follow our socials at Phoenix Fables Online on whichever platform you choose to use. Next episode will be live in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you then.